What's up, you guys? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today we are back with another installment of the Weekly Nightwave, the series where we take a look at all of the Nightwave missions and find the most efficient / entertaining way to go ahead and take them on. Now, in addition to our normal how to do this and that chat, we're also going to be talking about what we'd like to see in future Nightwaves, what you guys think that they did right this time around, and what do you think that they could go ahead and improve for the next time around. But before we jump into that, let's get down to business. So first things first, we have our daily, which is Mark 5 mods or resources. We have Meltdown, which is also a daily. Kill 150 enemies with corrosive damage. As you can see, I haven't touched either of those because I've been needing a little bit of a break after all of the arbitration craziness. Cache Hunter, find all caches in 3 sabotage missions. We have Enhance, pick up 8 rare mods. Protector, complete 3 mobile defense missions. Then we have Sortie Specialist, complete 1 sortie. Venus Bounty Hunter, complete 8 bounties in the Orb Valis. Now we know which one we're gonna avoid. Venus Fisher, catch 6 rare servo fish in the Orb Valis. Venus Miner, mine 6 rare gems or ore in the Orb Valis. Kill Profit Taker with friends. I like how they're just direct to the point with that. We're not even gonna come up with like a special name for it. Nah, just kill Profit Taker with friends, and you can do this with a friend or a clanmate. Then of course we have Silent Eliminator. See, we're back to the fancy names. Complete an extermination mission with level 30 or higher enemies without being detected. Then sortie with friends. Complete a sortie while playing with a friend or a clanmate. Now clearly we have some overlap here, which will be very, very easy. Now the way that I would have you guys address the sortie specialist and sortie with friends is just get into a public sortie and see if you can friend one of them. I'm not sure if that 100% works, but let me know down in the comments if you guys have actually done that before, because I've seen it when I've gotten into some of these public lobbies and it's a with friends week and they say, oh guys, can you friend me real quick? So let me know if that works down in there in the comments below. If anything, you could just go ahead and disband and then restart it with another fresh group that you friended. So that's definitely a way to go ahead and approach that. Of course, we also have the, what do you call this? The alternate loot group. So we have Communicator, Mark 5 mods or resources. Then we also have Enhance, pick up 8 rare mods. The challenge that I'm going to go ahead and push out to you guys this week is try to do this without Necros and see how fast that it takes. But I'm going to say with Hydroid or with Cora, either Pilfering Swarm or Pilfering Strangle. Pilfering Dome? I don't know what it's called. It's one of them, but they get it. So go ahead and try an alternate route to go ahead and get your rare mods. Now I'm going to be honest with you. For some reason or another, I find that Enhance is one of the ones that is the roughest to go ahead and get your hands on because it does all revolve around RNGesus, and hopefully he lets things drop for you. Usually I'd let it run throughout the week and not give it a shot, but why not go ahead and mix things up this week? Now the rest of these are pretty just standard mission wise. The corrosive thing is pretty much a given, and then of course we have the mobile defenses and we have that exterminate. So you'll be running around the place a little bit. The only thing that's left is of course kill Profit Taker with friends. This one is always easy and it's kind of like a nice way to revisit that content because I've been taking on the Exploiter Orb and ESO. Those are the ones that I kind of play around with, mainly because of the fact that they drop Ephemera and Rob still does not have his 1% drop fire feats, which breaks my heart and soul. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out this week, go ahead and hit the tune in button, or, you know, just open up your Nightwave act because I believe that this might be the final Nightwave act of this set. And it's got a really, really interesting conclusion with the wolf going partially sentient. And is it me, or does it look like he's controlling the sentient Moa? I don't know, maybe that's something that we will actually go ahead and see when we come to the Jupiter tile set. But I guess this does go ahead and start opening up the conversation for what we'd like to see with Nightwave in the future. Now, let's go ahead and start with mission types. I really want them to go ahead and push us to try out different mission types because we really have not done this in any of this. I can hear some people already like grimacing and crying, but I would love to see some Arcwing Nightwave missions. Now the big reason that I want this is mainly because of the fact that there are so many people out there that they just never do Arcwing. And I personally feel like after you level up your Arcwing and get a couple mods for it, it's just kind of like starting Warframe all over again. I know that sounds weird, but like when you start Arcwing, you're like, oh, now I have to get like fresh mods, I have to go ahead and level up from scratch, and people don't quite know where that is, but I think that if they incorporated it into the Nightwave acts, it'd start up the conversation as to like, oh, well, where's the best way to level this? Where's this mod drop? Like, where can we get this, that, or the other? Or what are the Arcwing builds that we really should be using? Not that it's all that complicated, because we really don't have that many Arcwing mods, but I think that it'll drive more players to kind of like play that mission type, which I love. And I know you're gonna hate me, but my favorite is Arcwing Interception. I like it a lot. Also, I believe that there is a node that people really, really like on Saturn, actually. Is it on Saturn? That people really, really enjoy doing the Arcwing mission for, where they feel like they can level up, or it's either on Saturn or it's on Neptune. I think it might be on Neptune. If we can find it. Yeah, it's on Neptune. It's Celestia. It's the mobile defense. A lot of people really, really like that. I much prefer Uranus, surprise, surprise, which is the interception, but I really like interception missions just in general. So I would love to see them incorporate that kind of stuff. And also, a mission type we never really get to see these days is hijack. I'm really curious, when was the last time that you guys actually went out and did a hijack mission? Because for me, it's been a long time, and I kind of have these memories of, you know, the old raids where we would kind of like stand there and do like the Grenier one, where we would lead that one around, or the really fucking fun one where we had the Corpus Rover. Like, legitimately, where else do we see Corpus Rovers? So definitely I would like to see them incorporate some hijack missions in there, because those are just fun and dandy. Of course, with the whole Arcwing conversation, I'm going to exclude Rush from there, because I know that is a pain for some people, and it gives, even me, someone who does a lot of Arcwing, that kind of like makes my heart sink, and I'm like, oh, the Rush missions were hard. It's a nice challenge, but it's not for everybody. So those are the two kind of things that I'd like added in. Let me know what kind of mission types you would like to see more of. The next thing I do want to address is I hate that Forma mission. I know that there are so many people that are like, but they give you Forma, just use that Forma to do that mission type. Number one, if they give me Forma as a reward, I'm looking at it as a reward. I don't want to be forced to use it in like progression, and I also don't want my progression to be stopped because I refuse to use the Forma. So part of me is like, eh. I also don't like the whole guild a weapon. If you've built all of the weapons already, you just have to go out of your way to use up resources to guild another weapon. If you're gonna do that, at least make it like one of the higher tiers so that we can feel really, really good about doing all of that. Also, why don't we have any K-Drive in our Nightwave mission types? Give us like, do a couple races, K-Drive races. That would be fun to really like get people to try those out and experience them, because there are some parts of the game that are a little bit more entertaining. So hopefully we see that. Now, moving along from this, one of the things that I want to address is the fact that Nightwave actually covered a couple different factions here, where we actually took a look at what was going on with the Grenier, technically the Saturn 6 kind of like, the Saturn 6 kind of prison place, right? And then we also kind of merged into Grenier and a little, or not Grenier, Corpus and a little bit of Sentient. Like, what would you guys like to see them address next with the Nightwave, I guess you would say, movie theme, like podcast feeling? Like, I really want them to dig a little bit more into Sentience and the Corrupted, but who knows, maybe you guys want a little bit more backstory on some of the Infested, or wouldn't it be cool if we had a Nightwave that centered around specific characters within the Warframe world to kind of flush out their characters? Like, give us something behind Darvo and Clem. Right? Can we get some, because Darvo was fucking fantastic, and I know y'all have some voice lines that are saved up from the whole Darvo thing. So Darvo and Clem would be really cool. I want to hear more from Maru, because we had a little bit of her at the beginning, and then she has her like weekly ITAN hunts, but maybe she could give us some backstory as to what the hell happens with all of those ITANs that she's been collecting. So I don't know, all that. Or maybe, what if we just had like a Nightwave that was focused on all of the Cados and Doggos that we consigned? Like, all of the mysteries that are happening in the Warframe world. I mean, legitimately, they're making a diorama and they're just panning around the diorama and then telling an audio story around that. So it can't be that intense for them to kind of do some deep dives on the lore. Regardless, leave your feelings for me down in the comments below. What things you would like to see, maybe some of the mysteries in the Warframe universe that you think that Miss Nora Knight could go ahead and give us more backstory on, because I do feel like the Wolf of Saturn 6 storyline is pretty much wrapped up now, especially if you guys watched that last installment. You should know kind of what's going on. I don't really know where else they would go with the story. But that does about do it for me for now. Legitimately, I'm prepping myself because it's been an intense week. We had Avengers Endgame, and that, like, blew my mind. And then we also have Game of Thrones with the whole battle for Winterfell, and then American Gods, the season finale is coming up. I'm just like, this whole week has just been an intense roller coaster of emotions, and, you know, we had arbitrations shitting on everything, so we're gonna continue to walk away from that and invest more into, you know, other fantasy worlds that don't hate us as much, including DMC5, which I've been playing on stream. It's very interesting. I fought as a panther, I fought as a vulture, and as a big crazy titan, and a guy that doesn't have an arm that he replaces consistently, but is far more attractive than Captain Hook. And everybody keeps telling me about top hat Michael Jackson hat scene. I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting, but they're really excited about it. Regardless, leave all of your feelings down in the comments below, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch yo Michael Jackson hat, apparently. I don't know. See you guys next time. Bye-bye!